So you're a father today, right? When you look at the relationship that you had with your father, how does that affect the type of father you are to your own children?
Yeah, man, that's hard to even speak about because um, I have kids with other women too. I have a lot of kids. I have 8 in total. I don't have that much of a good relationship with baby moms. My other kids are older now, so now we're tight, you know. Um, but I didn't know how to be a father, bro. I just learned, a few years ago in the church. Like I learned how to be a dad. You know what I'm saying? Um, even to the point where, for me to look at my kid, at my kids and see them for who they are as my children. That took me a long time. I was so hurt from life that even just looking at people for who they were was difficult for me. I don't know why. So for me to even love a child as my own was difficult for me because of what happened in my past. So, now it's different, man. Now I'm living the type of life where every minute counts, every moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm to the point where in the music, if you're listening to me in the music now, you would think I'm traveling and doing shows because I'm doing songs with all the greats in the Christian music world. But I'm not touring. I'm not doing concerts. I'm not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I hardly do interviews, right? So it's because I know the treasures that I truly have in life are not those things. They're right here. I wake up in the morning and see a queen. I see royalty. I see my kids, and I know that life, like the Bible says, is like vapor. It's like this. So, I think that helps me be a better father than he was. You know what I'm saying? And I only say better because the decision that he made at the end of his life um, wasn't the right one. You know, I still believe that he could have gotten for my sister could have forgave him, and I could have forgave him, and my mother could have forgave him if he just did the right thing and he didn't go that route. So I only say that to that part because I'm sure he did a lot of good things that I didn't know about that were better than things I did. You know, he didn't walk away from his kids for all those years. I did. I was walking away from baby mom. So you know, uh, it helps me a lot, man. It helps me a lot. I know that I'm not supposed to live his life. I got to live my own.
I can look at you talking about this and I could tell that it hurts you for the mistakes that you made as a father and the times that you weren't there when now the man that you are today, you know that you should have been there and responsible for them. Is that accurate?
A little accurate because I'm still struggling with some of them and some relationships. There's one in specific where there's no communication. Because of things that were happening and people threatening me, and at the end of the day, it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? It's my fault. Like I'm the one that was supposed to be with their mothers and not walk away and be the dad. But again, I didn't know better. So I think that's the one weakness you're always finding me. I'm never gonna be the perfect dad, but I'm working towards it. I'm hoping that the life that I live can be a good example, and that somehow bridges, doors can be open, and those burned bridges can come back, and things can get done the right way. Because another thing is, you think you're a Christian, and because you're a Christian, you think you're gonna have better relationships with your baby moms, and everything's gonna be great, but and this is not throwing shade on them. Never. I have total respect for every single one of them. But, sometimes you realize that some people loved you more when you were in the world and you were lost and you were, when you were doing the illegal stuff and bringing all the money in. Some people love you more and some people don't accept you as the person that seems like they changed because they're still hurt because how you hurt them. They don't want to accept that you're changed. They don't want to believe it. But I'm hoping that time works in my favor, that I'm able to heal, and they could heal, and we could do things, so I could be more involved in some of the life of my kids.
Well, Temperamento, I just want to thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate you. I loved the conversation that we had because it was very positive. There was a lot of gems in there, and there was a little bit of some of the funny stuff, and some of the the more street stuff that was great too. I know the audience will enjoy that. Is there anything else you want to say to the fans before we go ahead and wrap it up?
Yeah, go and listen to the new album. It's called Leyendas. It's Temperamento en Wolandia. Wolandia is a rapper producer from Chile. I decided to do, that's another thing. I wanted my my album to be in collaboration, to kind of represent what I was telling you, the whole community accountability thing. Because I've never been somebody that wants to be at the top or wants to be looked at as the best. It's all me. I've always been about my guys. Like I always want to bring people with me. I've always been that. I've been about groups and stuff like that. So listen to this album. I hope you like it. Like we said earlier, this is a hip hop album. This is a street album. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't swear. We don't swear in it. But I'm telling you, the language that I'm speaking in it, you're gonna be like, hey, like this is like the '90s hip hop. Like it's dope.
It's definitely dope. It has like an underground vibe to it, and man, definitely, yeah. You guys should definitely check it out.
And it's Spanglish too. Spanglish. You don't really listen to a lot of Spanish artists going Spanglish hard, so just go out there and listen to it. Follow me on Instagram, Temperamento Oficial, or just type Temperamento. You'll see me on there with a profile picture with the crown right here with the hat. So follow me on social media, and all I can say is if you get to like my music, just follow me on social media and get to know a little bit more about my personal life, like you're gonna do in this interview, because that's the person that I'm really trying to introduce to everybody. Is the imperfect sinner that had a chance to meet a God that changed everything for me. So just follow me as I follow him.
Temperamento, salute, man.
Salute, my brother. Respect to you, man. You're awesome, man. This is good. But the best interview I've ever had, bro.
Thank you, man. It's an honor.
Sometimes I do interviews and I'm asking questions because it's so boring and they're not really asking like good things. So wow, man, like thank God for you, because you really got.
I promised you. Do you remember when I reached out to you? I said this is going to be the best interview you've ever had, because I know
say that.
I know the type of time that you're on, right? And I knew I was the right person to be able to have that kind of conversation with you, because that's the thing. Like with me, the interviewer's job is to elevate whatever energy you bring in. So if you're going to bring negative energy, then I have to try to ask you about it, or you're going to bring positive energy. My goal is always to be able to conversate with anybody in the room. Whatever you could talk about, I could talk about it with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I appreciate what you brought.
And you do such a good job, man. You got to start doing one-on-one interviews, man. You have to. I'll definitely subscribe, bro. Truly respect what you're doing and how you did this, because not everybody has that gift to be able to let somebody like me speak, not just as an artist, but as a human being. Because you really did, like you got into my mind and into my heart, and you saw certain things, and you got things out of me that I would have never told anybody. So a lot of this interview is big because a lot of my fans are gonna hear stuff for the first time.